All right, welcome back to Clever Minds. So still on trigonometry, but in today's section we'll be looking at ratios for special angles, and we'll be considering angles that are um, greater than 90 already, like 180, 270, and 360. These are other special angles. We've seen from zero, we've seen zero. In other sections, we've seen zero, 0 degrees, we've seen 30 degrees, we've seen 45 degrees, we've seen 60 degrees, and we've also seen 90 degrees. So these are the ones we've considered in um, previous sections. So, but in this section, we'll be looking at 180, 270, and what 360 in this section. So recall that all angles in the first quadrant is strictly less than 180 and strictly less than 90, so you can call it theta. So here, in this case here now, we have 180 minus theta because they're actually greater than 90 but less than 180. So that falls in the second quadrant where sign is positive, right? In the third quadrant, we have 180 plus theta where tangent is positive rather. Tangent is positive. And also we have 360 minus theta where cosine is what? Positive, right? Good. So please take note of all these things because all these things from basic knowledge comes into play when you are learning special angles, ratios of special angles. So let's see. So recall that in previous classes I told you that sine 180 minus what? Theta is equal to what? Sine theta. Why? Because here sine is positive. Sine is positive in the second quadrant. Yes, the rest are negative. I mean cosine and tangent. Then we also have cos what? 180 minus theta, still on the second quadrant, is what? Minus cos theta. Why? Because cosine is negative in the second quadrant. Then we also have tan 180 minus theta. That gives us what? Negative tan theta. Right? Why? Because tangent is negative in the second quadrant. So now, if we have sine 180, for example, if we have sine 180, for example, what does that tell us? That tells us that sine 180 minus 180. Yes, remember, the theta now is 180. So sine, can you see this? It's equals to this, right? So that gives us what? Sine what? 0. And what sine 0? 0. Can you see that? So sine 180 is so pretty easy. Let's come to cos 180. Cos 180 is what? Cos what? What do we have as cos 180? Cos 180 is negative because cosine is, can you see? Negative. Cosine is negative, so we have to put the negation sign. Cos minus cos 180 minus 180, because here now theta is 180, so we have minus cos 0. Cos 0 itself, remember, is what? 1. So this is what? Negative 1. Can you see that? Let's come to tan 180. Tan 180 is the same as negative tan 180 minus 180, right? And that gives us negative tan 0. And if you remember, tan 0 is what? 0. So that means negative tan 0 is 0, and that means tan 180 is 0. So what have we deduced? We have been able to see that what? That what? Sine 180 degrees is 0, cos 180 degrees is negative 1, and tan 180 degrees is what? 0. So the important um, special angles to take note of, ratio to take note of, very very important, right? Good. So in the next section we'll be seeing um, for 270. All right, we have come to the end of this section. Once again, thank you for your time. This class is brought to you by Clever Minds. Do have a great day.